Hey guys, welcome back to another live. Welcome. Let's see. I wanted to get on here and do a live and celebrate 100,000 views. Like, whoa. I'm like blown away that I have 100,000 views on this channel. Never would have thought. Let's see. Okay, so I figured I would come on here and do at least an hour, try to do an hour while I eat my food and drink some juice. Been cramping a lot lately. It's that time, so I got some good juice to help me out. And it tastes great. So, yes, I'm so excited about the 100,000 views. This is my first time using horizontal stream as well. So I think I'm kind of liking it. It's hard to know which way to look though, because the camera is there. So it's like, you can't really look at yourself, but you can. But yeah, come on in, guys. Come on in. Let me know when you do come in where you're watching from. Let me know. Okay, where you're watching from and what's one goal that you are working on right now. So today has been definitely a lazy day for me. Been working back to back. And I really did not I did get up. I got up like around maybe 10ish, and I started editing my vlogs, start really working on them. Still trying to get out my last Bangkok vlog so I can start on my next one. But I have been working on them. But today was just like such a struggle. I was tired, didn't feel the best. So I wanted to get on live, and then I said I wasn't going to, but then I went out and did an errand. And so I was like, if I could do that, I can get on live. I can talk with you guys. I'm going to see how horizontal is, because usually on vertical, it takes a couple minutes sometimes, but I usually see people pretty fast, but horizontal is a little different, but we gotta try it out. Gotta see how it works. See what the hype is. When you come in, let me know where you're coming in from and what is one goal that you are working on right now. I should, I put a whole outline of it to structure the live. Let's see if I can pin a question. Yeah. the question that I've been asking, what's one goal you are working on? Okay. And pin it. So I think it takes longer too for the horizontal because of the ads. With the vertical, people don't have to deal with watching, excuse me, ads while they're in the live. So I'm sure that, excuse me, I'm sure that affects it as well. But I still want to try it out. So let me know when you guys do reach where you're coming in from, or what's one goal that you're working on. What's one goal that you've been constantly putting in the work since the beginning of this year that you haven't given up on, or maybe took a beat and you're trying to get back into the rhythm of it? Like, what is it? Yeah, so with the 100,000 views, like, I'm so excited, man. So excited. I'm trying to do better when I eat on camera and not smack. But let's see. Yes, I want to talk about growth mindset and making things happen. Growth mindset and making things happen. It is a daily battle, a daily choice. And you guys are watching me. What I would say my main goal is for this year is to establish this YouTube community, a real YouTube community where we help grow one another, where we help encourage one another with our goals, and keep healing in our day to day life, whatever it may be. Um, I would say my other goal is definitely to travel more. Definitely to travel more. I want to see more of the world. I want to be able to learn through other people's experiences, through other people's daily habits and whatnot. I just want to be able to learn. And I feel like traveling, you definitely do learn a lot. It's like being in school, but it's hands on. You get to see the real thing. You get to hear the people's voices. You get to see them in their village, in their culture, in their day to day lives. That's why I like going out as a local when I go to places. I like taking the train. I like riding the little scooters or the motorbikes. Um, I haven't driven one myself yet, um, but I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn how to do it. That's the way I like to go about it. I want to be as local as possible because I want to one blend in because for traveling abroad, safety is kind of better that way. Trying to scope out the area and know the area and move around in the area as a local is better, I think. But also I just feel like you get the realness of the culture. And doing my videos right now, editing my videos for Bangkok, just finishing it up, and it makes me miss it. Just doing simple things like laundry there, taking the train there. Like, it was so much fun seeing the people setting up their shops every morning, setting up their fruit stands, setting up their meat stands, and then breaking them down at night. Like, it was just like that was their life, and it just seemed like people were just so at peace and just so content. And at the same time, I don't know their whole economic structure. I don't know everything that's going on politically, but it just seems very peaceful. It just seems like that's living, doing what you love every single day. And that's living. That's living. And I want that. And I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to at least understanding in my mind, why I want that. But yeah. Yeah, so I do see, okay, with the horizontal, it does take a little bit longer for people to trickle in, but they will sooner or later. But yeah, so I think, and then of course, moving outside the country, those are like the three big goals for this year. And even if they don't happen this year, still steady, still pushing, still moving towards it. Understanding that everything has its season, everything has its time. And even if it doesn't happen when you want it to happen, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So don't give up. Don't look back. Don't second guess yourself. Just keep pressing forward, even when you don't know how it's going to work out. Because that's faith. That's faith, honestly. Saying that you're going to do something repeatedly over and over again, telling people about it over and over again, and then maybe one day it just hits you like a ton of bricks, and you're like, oh crap, I've been saying this over and over again, and I don't really know how it's going to work out. But that's faith. Now it's the time for you to put in the work. Now it's time for you to make the plan. Now it's time for you to have the blueprint. Now it's time for you to understand, like, how are you really going to get from A to B? And I feel like I'm starting to see that more with mine. Because for the longest, excuse me, I was just telling people, like, I'm getting out of here. I'm moving, I'm moving, I'm moving. And I didn't see how exactly it could happen, but I just had so much energy, so much light, so much knowing that I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know I'm going. I know that. But now I'm starting to see the plan. Now I'm starting to see the structure of it. And like I said, if you're a dreamer, you already know that it's going to happen. You already see it. It's nobody can tell you that it's not happening, even though it may not be happening now. Like, it's already happening for you. If you're like a dreamer, if you're like a visionary, or like, pretty much, like, if that's what you are, you're already seeing it. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. But I think I've waited long enough for, people to show up. 2 people are here, so I appreciate the 2. I really do. And if you don't want to comment, it's okay. Because getting on live, getting on camera, period. It's not easy. Every time I get on, I'm building a little bit more confidence of being on camera. And I'm sure it's the same thing with the comments. It's not always easy to make a comment and to voice your opinion and to voice where you're at in life. So I get that too. And then, of course, it's the people that just want to be nosy and just want to watch. So I know there's out there too. But people, like, who are really here and really, like, listening and want to know, like, every day is not a day where you have the courage or the want to, like, put anything down or write anything down or show up on camera. So I completely get it. But I'm still going to do this all the way through. So what got me here with these 100,000 views? I say it has a lot to do with being in South Africa. Vlogging my my first experience, my first trip to SA, I vlogged so much. I had so much content. And then I booked with the Real South Africa and got to do like a whole interview with them. And it just boosted that. And I don't know what I was trying to do. I was just trying to just remember what I did, remember where I was at, and not let go of it and not forget it. And then with editing it, I just wanted to, like, sometimes I still wake up singing some of the songs on those videos. Sometimes, like, I'll catch myself laughing at different things that I edited in the clip. And that's basically what I wanted out of it. I didn't want to forget it. I didn't want it to be 3 or 4 months later and it's like something that's something I can't touch anymore, because I'm not there anymore. It's like now I can still touch it. Now I can still see it. Now I can still relive it. And I guess that maybe that's in a selfish sense of putting it out there, but at the same time, I'm sure it helps somebody else because, excuse me, like now, every time I may feel like I may not be pushing fast enough, I may not be going fast enough with my goals, with what I'm trying to do, or it may just feel so overwhelming. I feel like I don't have a break. I'll go back to those videos and I'm like, you got this. You got this. You got this. Yeah, you got this. And then an interview that I had did way back when with the Real South Africa, they just put it out there as well. And so watching that, I did that basically when we came back from our real estate tour. And I'm like, okay, Kareesha, just breathe in, breathe out, take a deep breath, get organized. That's one of the things that can really help you with your goals is getting organized. Because you can feel like the weight is so much. And it's like, how in the world am I, just one person, going to get through this? Organization is key. And I've been realizing the more I organize myself, the more I have my folders in my computer, separation, and understanding, like, even mentally organizing yourself. Like, some days are just not about talking about certain things, whether it's family related, whether, it's friend related, whether it's work related. Like, some days are geared for one thing, other days are geared for another thing. It's like you have to, like, really break it down, because once you start getting like really like honed in and focused, you have to take the distractions out of play. You have to, and you just have to be in such I guess a tunnel vision, but at the same time, organization is key. And I'm starting to learn that now. Like, if I do not organize myself, I'm gonna keep on feeling like I'm behind and like I'm not getting anything done. So let's see, what else is there? So I think one of the biggest lessons that I've learned so far with creating this YouTube channel is that it's okay if you are not perfect. Like, it's okay that you may not feel like doing something for the day and you still end up doing it by the end of the day. Like, it's okay. Like, the day may not start as great as you hope for it to be or want it to be, but by the end of the day, it's completely different. And a lot of it is dependent on you. It's not really on the outside. The outside can affect it, but it's all about how you change your perspective, how you change your mindset, where you let your thoughts like sit. Like, it's a lot about that. And I've learned that with YouTube, because sometimes just taking a step back for a couple of hours helps me to like regather my thoughts and regather the motivation and come back and like I'm ready for it again. So learning that you don't got to be perfect. So again, I'm gonna ask you guys again, like, is there anything that you are trying to stay consistent with? And yeah, I'm sure I can see everything, but is there anything that you're trying to stay consistent with right now? Horizontal view is definitely for those people that really rock with you. I can really see that now. But I'm gonna try my best to maybe even try to do it more often, because that's the only way that you gain the community that you want. Because you have to be the one that markets yourself. You can't sit out here and wait for somebody else to validate you. Like, you got to be the one to validate yourself. You got to believe in your dream more than anybody else. You got to know that it's going to work out for yourself more than anybody else. Whether there's nobody there standing with you or everybody, like, you got to know without a shadow of a doubt. You got to be your biggest hype man. You got to be your biggest cheerleader. You got to be your biggest marketer. Like, even with sales, like when I used to do sales, I hated those jobs. I literally hated selling products, other people's products. And I don't know. I feel like the reason why I hate it, because even like credit cards, we'll sell credit cards in the plane. I used to do it in the beginning, but now not really anymore. It's not that there's not a benefit to it, but it's just like I hated having to sell. I hate having to convince people. But every day, that's what you're doing with yourself. You're selling yourself every day, especially like for a job. If you have to go out and get another job, you're selling yourself. Your resume, when you come to the interview, the way you present yourself, and every aspect, like, you're selling yourself. And so, even with entrepreneurship, even with like building your brand, you're selling yourself. Hopefully, I don't have anything between my teeth. I don't think so. But yeah, you're selling yourself, and entrepreneurship. I'm not gonna try to say it's harder than having a 9 to 5. It's just different. It's just different. That's it. Because having a 9 to 5, it's hard as well. Because you're still selling something. You may not be selling your dream, maybe selling somebody else's dream, but it doesn't mean that you don't believe in it. Because maybe you really do believe in that dream, and that's what people are there for. Like, so much, so much. But what was I basically saying? I was basically saying that you gotta sell yourself more than anybody else does. You gotta be your biggest cheerleader and not get down and out when there's nobody there, because honestly, that's the best time, when nobody's there. When nobody saw the hustle of things, the growth of things, that's the best time, is when you were alone and you had to make the decisions on your own. You had to contemplate what was the um better road for you. What was it? Instead of having, thousands of people in your ear. Like, the best time is when you are on your own, because it's clearer. There's no noise. It's more silent. Like, you can hear your voice. And if you're struggling to hear your voice, if you're struggling to hear God's voice, if you're struggling to hear the peace and the calmness, now is the best time, when you don't have that many people around, when you don't have all the opinions, or you don't have all the positivity, or you don't have all the hate. Because just like people will bring you up, they will tear you down in the same sentence, in the same breath. So it's best when there's nobody there, because you know for sure which way to go, because you get more into a habit of trusting yourself, because you keep moving forward rather than looking back. You keep looking forward rather than looking to the right. You keep moving forward rather than looking to the left. You're moving forward on your pace, and understanding your voice, and knowing the true peace that passes all understanding. Like, knowing that and sitting with that and being content with it, not just being okay with it, not just being like, it will do for a moment. Like, knowing for sure that this is where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to wait. I'm not supposed to rush. Or I'm supposed to go. I'm not supposed to wait. Or this is very urgent. I got to get it done today. Like, all those little things you'll know, because you'll know without the people there. You'll know without the confirmation of somebody else saying yes or no. You'll know because of all those lonely nights of working on your craft, of working on your goal, of working on your dream, that you you did the hard work in those moments. You listened to yourself. You sat with yourself. So I think it's the best time. So building discipline and showing up every day for me, I think is just reminding myself every morning of where I want to be at. Where do I want to be at a year from now? How do I want it to look different? Things can drastically change the with the amount of work that you put in within 6 months, 90 days, a year. And if you stick at it, like really, really stick at it for that period of time, it can drastically change. And I just don't want to keep saying that. I don't want to keep thinking that. I want to see it. I want to finally see it. I've read all the books. I've seen other people's motivational 60-second videos. I've seen it. I want to live it now. I want to be part of that. And I mean, it's kind of bold trying to put it online and share it, but at the same time, that gives me something to look back on. Did I do it? Did I flop? Or did I succeed? And won't know till time will tell. But every day is a blessed day to be able to see that day because tomorrow's not guaranteed. So just keep trucking along for however long that you need to go to be able to see what you're trying to do. But the discipline comes with you just pushing forward. The discipline comes when you don't want to do it and you don't feel like doing it, but you do it anyways. The discipline comes when you choose not to do something even when nobody's looking, even when nobody's watching, even when nobody's paying attention, even when you think that you're quote unquote hidden. Like that's when the discipline comes. And yeah, that's how I'm building my discipline every day. Excuse me. That's how I'm showing up for myself every day. And hopefully I continue to push forward. Hopefully I don't drop off a day because I want to see it through. I want to see it through. So if you're watching the replay of this live, I hope you enjoyed it. One takeaway that I want to take from this video is this is just the start of, wait, let me see. Yeah, this is just the start of myself, or maybe even you, of feeling stuck. But just remember that consistency beats perfection. Keep showing up. And it does. Consistency beats perfection. And whatever you're striving to do, whatever you're trying to do, you will get there. You will get there. Um, and if you did enjoy this video, make sure you watch my vlogs. I have so many vlogs. I have travel vlogs. I have everyday vlogs. Yeah, that's basically what I have. So definitely check it out, watch it, and see where I'm at in life, see what I'm doing. And yeah, I'll try to get more into doing these so that I can build more of a community that will come on here and chat and engage with me, because I want that. But this is where it starts. It's not going to be always what you think it would be, but if you keep on going, it will be way more than you could have imagined. So that's how I'm going to think in my head. That's what I'm going to believe. That's what I'm going to keep the faith with. And we're going to do this thing. You guys are going to see where it goes. I'm going to see where it goes. Be very surprised. But I did last 30 minutes on this horizontal live. And I love that. And I'll be back with more. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. I gotta figure out how to end this, but yeah. Catch you guys soon. Yeah, I'll catch you guys soon. Bye.